Making coconut curry, chickpea, and tomatillo dish is super easy. The key is to have everything prepped ahead before you start to cook. Here we have diced red pepper, jalapeno. Now if you want it spicier, you can leave the seeds in. I just seeded them. You have 4 tomatillos and some shallots. I've grounded up some garlic, and I have my spices ready, which is the tomato paste, curry paste, garam masala, and paprika. And then we're going to have the cauliflowers and the chickpea. Then we're going to add the coconut milk and the broth. One thing that I want to do is add some salt to the cauliflower and chickpeas, and I also want to add a little bit of salt to the vegetables before I saute them. Just a little bit, okay? So now we are going to turn on the stove, and we're going to saute the onions along with the peppers and the tomatillo. Once that's a little bit softened, we're going to add the garlic. Then we're going to add the spices, the cauliflower and the chickpeas, and the liquid, and then we're going to let it cook down. Stay tuned. All right, let's add these puppies in. Once I see that the onions or the shallots are translucent, I'm gonna go ahead and add the garlic. The reason I didn't want to add the garlic at first, because I don't want the garlic to burn. So, put that in there and cook it for about 30 seconds to a minute. And then you start to smell the garlic, which I absolutely love. Oh, reminds me of when I was growing up. My grandmother cooked with a lot of garlic. It's delicious. From there, I'm going to add the spices. This is the tomato paste, the curry paste, garam masala, and the paprika. Again, I didn't put any salt or pepper in here because it's got a lot of spices already. And remember, I salted a little bit the vegetables, and I salted the cauliflower and the chickpeas. I cook with very low in salt. So you need to add salt to your taste. So we're going to mix that up and let that cook down. Then before I add the broth, I want to add the vegetables, the cauliflower and the chickpea, and cover that with the spices. Yummy, this smells so amazing. I'm going to coat the cauliflower and the chickpeas with all that deliciousness. Once that's coated, I'm going to add 1 cup of coconut milk and a cup of low sodium vegetable broth. This is a vegan dish. And now that we have this added and coated, we're going to let it come to a boil, and we're going to reduce it and let it simmer. Then, all right, it's been about 20 minutes, and we're going to check the cauliflower. It's tender to the fork. So this is done. We are going to turn off the heat. All right, I tasted this and it didn't need any more salt for me, but you may think differently. I'm gonna go ahead and plate this. Take a little bit of rice. Now, this is white rice. You can use brown rice or not any rice at all. And we're going to plate this. Delicious. It smells so amazing. I'm gonna put a lot of this sauce on it. Ay, qué rico. And then you can top it off with, if you'd like, with an avocado. This is a Florida avocado. You can use what you normally find in the States, a husks avocado from California. But this is from Florida. It's much longer, bigger, and leaner. So, bon appetit, or buen provecho.